Welcome to this 10 Weather Impact Show. I'm meteorologist Chris Tomer.
I'm meteorologist Michael Behrens. We are back to sunny weather outside after a stormy end to your Thursday.
Yeah, washed away last night.
Yeah.
Seriously heavy rain.
I mean, I was driving up to Delaware earlier today, had a school visit up there, and all of the fields are just full of ponded water. Some areas in the hills, still water kind of draining across the roads, and the river is definitely high.
Yes, all that stuff. And then it hit me. I'm like, okay, we melted all that snow. The ground was probably saturated.
Yeah.
And then we just couldn't hold anymore. And some places got like 2.5 inches of rain.
Yeah, I think one of the things that changed from what actually happened last night to what was kind of in the forecast Wednesday is those storms slowed down a little bit because it was trending earlier, like they'd get here around 4 or 5. We didn't start raining till 9. We kind of picked up that nocturnal jet and it just everywhere turned into rain.
It definitely did. Every storm that came through, Michael, you remember this, had like torrential rainfall. It was really incredible, and we were thinking, okay, maybe we'll see some small hail, and we did in some spots and some strong winds, and there was, but the rain really took center stage. So
absolutely.
that was an intense night. All right, look at the video here. This was actually when some lightning hit the tower. Is that our tower?
Yeah, that's our tower back there last night. I mean, vivid lightning across the region. Not the biggest light show we've ever seen, but we're talking a couple hundred strikes across the viewing area about every 10 minutes. So, I mean, it was pretty active.
That was something else. So there was a lot of action last night. And now behind all of this, we do actually have a lot of wind that moved in with this, and the temperatures are certainly colder than what we had yesterday. In fact, the last few days. So I'm looking at the temperature right now, 47, and we've got wind. So we've got this wind advisory up for a lot of areas just north of the I-70 line, kind of going up towards Mount Vernon, Delaware, Cleveland, Toledo, seeing a lot of wind this afternoon. These are wind advisories that will run through this evening. So these are current wind speeds and gusts across central Ohio. So in Columbus, we've got 23 mile per hour sustained winds and gusts up to 40 miles per hour. I was thinking we probably do 30, 35, 40 mile an hour gusts, and we're there. Out in Newark, gusts to 43, Lancaster at 41, Delaware seeing some gusts of 30 plus, London's there, and also Circleville. So those winds will continue through this afternoon and evening. Then they will relax tonight and significantly less wind tomorrow. But looking back on the event last night, of course, we had all of that warm air and that severe weather surge into the Ohio Valley. These were all the basically the warnings, the severe weather warnings from the Weather Service. And we had 34 tornado warnings. Those are the ones in red. And then we had 84 severe thunderstorm warnings and 5 flash flood warnings. The flash flood warnings, those came out pretty fast last night. And you can see those leading in sort of out of Dayton towards the areas just south of Columbus and then out into Licking County, seeing a lot of heavy rainfall out there. But yeah, we had some severe weather in late February. Rainfall totals were impressive, right on the cusp of about 2 inches out there in Newark. Columbus, 1.68 inches officially. Dayton had 1.5 inches of rainfall. You can see all the other numbers. I'm not going to go through all these, but you can see the list all the way down through Zanesville at about 1/2 inch. So satellite radar. That storm system is gone, but now we're sort of feeling the colder side of that today, where the winds are coming in out of the west, northwest at times, and that strong wind is blowing in behind it. Even a couple of snow showers up there just north of Toledo. And this map really tells you a lot. This is the 24-hour temperature change, and the numbers are anywhere from 15 to 20, almost 25 degrees colder right now than where we were 24 hours ago. And so all that cold air will continue to move off towards the east into eastern parts of Ohio. So over the next 12 hours, there's your wind through 4, 5, 6 p.m. Skies stay clear overnight, and we will fall into the 30s for overnight low temperatures. So the headlines, gusty wind is there. We've got that right now. Saturday is going to be a sunny day. So if you got plans tomorrow, you're going to have less wind and a lot of sunshine on Saturday. Then the clouds come in late, because look what happens on Sunday. We could have up to 1 inch of snow across parts of central Ohio on Sunday. So I'll show it to you here. This is the hour by hour. We're pretty clear. Some clouds up to our north, along with, of course, all that wind. That rolls us all the way through tonight. Here's Saturday morning at 5 a.m. and we start clear across pretty much all of central Ohio. As the day wears on, we probably will add cloud cover because, of course, we have that storm system or cold front on the way. Here's the hour by 5 p.m. Some cloud cover building in. There's Saturday late. Here comes Sunday early. And then look what's spiraling in. We've got some whites and blues, and that's going to be some very light snow on Sunday in the morning. Then it picks up a little bit as the day wears on. Pockets of snow. Little pockets. If you get hit with one of those darker areas, you'll probably get a little heavier burst of snow, but this is Sunday at 5 p.m. Now, as far as snowfall accumulation, you can watch the clock roll here. Once we get into Sunday, again, maybe up to an inch in some places, but there it is, 0.8. 0.8 in Columbus officially, about 0.6 there in Newark. That's our forecast. A little more as you go north. If you were driving up towards like Mansfield or Cleveland, you may have 1, 2, maybe even 3 inches of snow up there. Here is our 10 weather impact 7-day forecast. So Saturday looking really good, lots of sunshine, and again in the middle 40s, but then we drop down into the 30s on Sunday. And you're definitely going to feel that with up to 1 inch of snow accumulation, so pretty high chance of that now. On Monday, we're back to sunny skies. Tuesday is also sunny, but all of these days, 3 consecutive days in the 30s there. By the time we get to Wednesday and also Thursday, it's much warmer with 40s to about 50 degrees. And, Michael, some rain chances start to trickle back in.
Yeah, we kind of get back into a little bit warmer air there next week and put a little bit more moisture back in. Get some of those signs that, we're getting closer to spring.
We are. We've seen that. We had the hint of spring, the last few days. So it's definitely coming.
I thought with that big cold blast that we were stuck in a couple weeks ago, that the groundhog was kind of right about the extra winter, but then we just really reversed the pattern here the past couple days.
Yeah, we definitely have. I don't have a whole lot of confidence in the groundhog. That's just me. But
what can you do? He's a rodent.
I know.
Of course, we talked a little bit about the storms. Of course, we talked about the snow coming through. And while we had some active weather last night, those storms really packed a punch further toward our west. Take a look at this video. This is from last night out of Illinois. National Weather Service said a tornado touched down in Crawford County, causing significant damage. If you look closely, you can see an entire car there flipped over. Just listen to how one person who lives there described the storm.
We were sitting here on the patio. We got an alert on our phones, and I went in the house. My husband just happened to look up from his phone. We looked to the south of us just a little ways. We could see the funnel cloud coming, and I mean within just seconds, like it just hit. The house shook. We lost the roof off of our workshop, stuff out back. We have 2 houses that are south of us. There was a trailer that was overturned with a lady that was trapped in it. And then right next to that was a modular home that was totally destroyed as well.
Yeah, that's a bad situation. And this video right here from just next door in central Indiana, they experienced severe weather on Thursday night as well. Tornado warning was issued for Johnson County and other central Indiana counties. Several thunderstorm warnings were also issued throughout the area. Businesses across Bloomington did have damage. I remember seeing this storm on radar, including a Fifth Third Bank and a Kia dealership.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, lucky that there wasn't some worse damage out there because it was a nasty looking storm last night on radar.
Yeah, I remember seeing the warning on that one. So, all right, so it was an active night, Michael, as you know, all across the Midwest. And now you're going to take a look at some of the alerts and the storm reports from last night. I touched on it, but you're going to talk more about it.
Yeah, so there was a lot of alerts out there last night, like you were talking about a little bit ago. We'll recap some of that. We'll show you that map again, just how many alerts came out across the region. 34 tornado warnings, 84 severe thunderstorm warnings, and the 5 flash flood warnings. That flooding, again, really kicking off as we got into our neck of the woods with that overnight jet stream there kind of increasing the amount of coverage and intensity of the rain. We didn't have a lot of severe weather reports from here in central Ohio. Thankfully, any kind of storm damage outside of flooding has been pretty limited. We did get a report from down near Circleville. This was in Williamsport, Pickaway County. Several trees reported down there in Williamsport as a result of some of those thunderstorms that rolled through last night. Had some gusty storms down in Athens as well. Several trees down throughout the county as of midday being reported there in Athens County. Again, not a ton of severe thunderstorm damage. We really trended toward that rain side of things as the evening went on. Compare that to what's back out in Indiana. You see a big stretch of hail reports really going there right along I-70 up up through Indianapolis. Another big stretch of hail reports and storm damage reports stretching down through Bloomington. Really kind of the two stronger cells that came through. You can kind of see their tracks there with this path, including some of those tornadic reports back out into southern Illinois and out toward Effingham. So much stronger storms that were back toward the west. We take the system as a whole, and these are the reports for the last 24 hours. This gets us to 179 different storm reports out there. 9 of them were for flash flooding. And a lot of that flooding was here in Ohio as those rain showers really kicked up in intensity last night. We did have 3 reported funnel clouds, 97 hail reports out there, and we had some of those tornado reports again back out toward Indiana as well, in Illinois. So again, lots of strong storms. And then, Chris, like we said, the rain really became our story out there. You can see it here on the map, that big swath of heavy rain, especially from just north of Washington Courthouse back through Newark. We'll take a closer look at this swath here. And you can see radar estimates in here where those reds are over 2.5 inches out there. So definitely turned into a heavy rain event across our region last night.
Yeah, I remember radar. The storms were just kind of going over the same areas over and over and over again.
And they upgraded one of those flash flood warnings last night. They gave it what's called a considerable tag because of just how quickly that rain was coming down, and the water just had nowhere to go.
Yeah, that was really something. So everything's saturated now.
Yeah.
So good stuff there. This was a story that you were putting in when I was coming in here. We want to show you this story from, it's a positive one from Friday afternoon. Nashville, Tennessee was hit hard by last month's devastating ice storm. Thousands of customers were in the dark for some days, and some even had a couple of weeks off because of these power outages.
Yeah.
A group of first graders, they wanted to show appreciation for those who had helped turn the power back on. Austin Pollock was there with the special message.
It took some time, but our frozen tundra has finally thawed.
What are you doing?
At King's Academy in Nashville, these first graders learned about ice storms the hard way. But now that power has been restored, their latest lesson might restore faith in humanity.
Where'd you get that tattoo?
From a line worker.
I mean, it's our job to protect these kids and make sure they have what they need.
We help to curate formational learning experiences called flexes, where we do real work to meet real needs for real people. It's as simple as that.
Real people.
I do a lot of
like Ryan Smith.
repairs.
NES tattoo.
Where'd you get that?
They gave us like stickers and tattoos. Yeah.
Journeyman lineman, Nashville Electric Service.
These students, many of whom lost power themselves, wanted to thank NES line workers with a book and a video.
Thank you for being brave in the cold weather. Thank you, line workers.
Last month has been long. 14-hour days every day.
Every day, the work is dangerous. Sometimes it's in the worst conditions, and sometimes it's easy to forget. They're human. They have families, just like us.
It's hard to be away from them, for that long, but they understand the sacrifices we have to make. So
this is actually Ryan's second time at the school. Earlier this month, he did a demonstration for the kids. It was as if a light bulb went off in their heads.
That they would show us the truck that they had.
But the best token of appreciation isn't just the spoken word.
hey guys.
Look at this! Thanks for coming! Yay!
But the act that makes our hearts melt.
It's incredible. It's heartwarming, and it's nice to know that they see what we do and appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's
Awesome
a good
story
story.
there.
It is. They put in a lot of time away from their families to keep the power on.
Absolutely. And finally today, let's check out some new video into 10 TV News. While we were dealing with heavy rain, the storm, check out this video. Heavy snow out further to the west. This is in the Great Plains, seen on I-80 in western Iowa near Omaha. As heavy snow led to accidents, backing up traffic, and closing a section of the interstate until conditions improved out there. They just can't catch a break from the snow.
And I'm sure it's probably windy there too. That just looks terrible.
Absolutely.
To be caught there. All right, so finally, speaking of snow, check out this. Parker, the 20-foot tall snowman, has become a neighborhood attraction in Shirley, Massachusetts. Recently, Katie Arl, I don't know how to say her last name.
Allerud's.
Her husband built the giant 21-foot creature after the mid-January snowstorm, and it adorned it with lights, tree branches, and arms, bringing it to life, and a trash can for a hat. He got his name from the road that he actually sits on.
The scene, you combine the scene from I-80 and the snowman, and I think you could make more of them back out in Iowa and up in the plains from the snow he recently got. But how cool is this guy? He's massive.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's going to take a while to melt.
Well, let's see here. Before we go, a brief look back on history on this day in, oh, look who it is, in 1962, a major milestone in the space race. John Glenn, our own John Glenn, became the first American to orbit Earth. Aboard Friendship 7, he circled the globe 3 times in just under 5 hours. Nearly 4 million people celebrated him at a parade after he returned home. Today, his legacy lives on at John Glenn Columbus International Airport.
Yeah, it's crazy to think it's been that long, 1962.
Yes.
What is that, 70 plus years ago from now?
Yeah, right when, I think that was part of the whole space race, everything else that was going on during that whole time frame, trying to get out there.
Yeah.
But he was definitely a hero.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, thank you for tuning in here to this obviously weather impact show. We had a lot to talk about. Now, as we go through the afternoon, obviously wind is one of the big stories, but we're also going to look ahead to the weekend and the snow on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely. More active weather coming up this weekend. Of course, you'll be here tracking that 4, 5, and 6 tonight. I'll be back this weekend. Keep an eye on that snowfall. We always have you covered at 10tv.com.
We do indeed.
Great afternoon.